Hello, welcome to Learn Everyday British English with Humour. I am Amelia.
And I am George. Hello, everyone.
This podcast helps you speak like a local.
We speak simply, clearly, and have a laugh.
We use a special method to help you learn. We repeat key words and phrases.
It is scientific, but don't worry.
You just need to relax, listen, and repeat occasionally.
There is no pressure and no need to talk out loud. Enjoy the show. Jessia, I have a warning for our listeners.
A warning? Oh, that sounds serious.
It is serious. It is as serious as it gets. It is the question, how are you?
The most dangerous question in Britain.
Listeners, in the UK, how are you is not a question.
It is a greeting, like hello.
If I ask, how are you, do not tell me the truth.
Even if you are sad?
Yes, even if your leg is broken, you must say, fine, thanks.
That is the only legal answer.
Fine, thanks, not too bad. That is the only reply.
George, how are you?
Fine, thanks.
See? He's actually tired, but he said fine.
And it's not just how are you. There are other greetings that look like questions, but they are not questions.
The next big one, all right.
In Britain, all right means exactly the same as how are you.
It is a greeting, not a question.
If someone says all right, do not stop, do not think, do not explain your feeling.
Just say, yeah, all right, back.
That's it. You say yeah or yes or I'm all right and then repeat the question.
George, all right?
Yeah, all right?
Simple, positive answer. Then ask me back the same thing. This is correct. This is British.
You can also say all good, all right, thanks, or just not bad, you all right?
But never, ever actually reply with how you really feel.
Oh, please, no.
There are a few more. In some parts of Britain, people say, you all right, or all right, mate.
Mate means friend. You will hear this a lot in the UK.
The rule is always the same. These are greetings, not questions. Just smile, nod, and give a simple reply like, fine, thanks.
Think of them all as the same thing. Hello, I see you, I'm friendly.
Nothing more, nothing less. Imagine the scene. It is July in London.
A beautiful summer day. The sun is shining and this is London?
I know, hard to believe, but stick with me. Normal life is returning.
I knew it. There it is. The sky turns grey.
The rain falls hard. It is a storm. You run to a shop and stand under an awning.
An awning is a small roof outside a shop. It keeps you dry.
But you are not alone. A stranger is there. His name is Dave. He looks at the rain. He looks at you. He says, bit wet out there, eh?
I'll bet you are more than wet.
It is chucking it down. I am soaked. Dave nods his head. He smiles. He says, typical British summer. I'm Dave. You smile back and say, nice to meet you. Okay, stop the story. That was very British.
It was classic. Let's look at the words.
First, Dave said, bit wet out there, eh?
This is sarcasm.
Yes, sarcasm. It's saying one thing but meaning the opposite.
And while it is a flood, a huge amount of rain, and you are soaked through, Dave says it's a bit wet.
Brits, or more formally us British people, love this. We make big things sound small.
Next, you said it's chucking it down.
This is a great phrase, chucking it down.
Simply, it means raining very, very heavily.
Imagine someone throwing buckets of water, chucking it.
Listeners, say it with me, chucking it down. There are many other ways we say this in Britain, all mean the same thing, a lot of rain. It's tipping it down, another way to say the same thing.
And of course, the classic, it's raining cats and dogs.
Nobody knows why. There are no cats, there are no dogs, just rain.
A lot of rain.
Listeners, in Britain we have many ways to describe heavy rain. This is because we have a lot of practice.
Then Dave said, typical British summer.
This is a joke. Summer should be hot and sunny.
But in the UK, summer is often cold and wet.
So we laugh about it. It helps us not to cry.
In school, you often learn official English.
Official English is polite. It's stiff.
In official English, you might say, it is raining heavily.
Boring.
It's chucking it down. It's tipping it down. It's raining cats and dogs.
All mean the same thing. All are very British. Pick your favourite and use it. You'll sound like a local immediately.
In official English, for a greeting, you might say, how are you? I hope you are well.
Too formal. In real English, just say, all right.
And the answer is also, all right?
Yes, it's a question that answers itself. Very efficient.
You must learn the real English to survive in London.
Especially when you're trapped under an awning with Dave.
Now it is your turn.
We will test you now by asking, what would you say?
We give you a situation. You speak out loud.
Or say it in your head.
When you hear this bell sound, it means to think about and then say out loud or in your head your response.
You might want to pause at this point to give yourself more time.
Situation 1. You meet a friend. They ask, how are you? What would you say? Did you say, fine, thanks? Good job. Never tell the truth. Situation 2. A colleague passes you in the corridor. They say, all right? What would you say? Did you say, all right?
Perfect. You reflected the question. Very British.
Situation 3. You look out the window. The rain is very heavy. You want to use slang. What would you say? Did you say, it is chucking it down or tipping down?
Excellent. All correct.
Situation 4. You're at a bus stop. It is raining. A stranger looks at you.
You want to make a joke. You want to use sarcasm.
What would you say? Did you say, bit wet, isn't it?
Or maybe lovely weather.
Both are perfect. You are becoming British. Don't worry, though. This is how to survive polite conversation. Once you know someone better,
And have completed this as a greeting,
right after asking, how are you, once, then you can ask your good friends, really, how are you? You can eventually talk about your feelings, but more on that in later episodes. So, before we end, let's hear the story one more time.
faster this time. Listen for the phrases.
You are walking in London. Suddenly, rain.
You run under an awning.
A man is there.
He says, bit wet out there, eh?
You look at your wet clothes and say, it's chucking it down. I'm soaked. They will smile.
He replies, typical British summer.
You are now friends, bonded by the rain. Well done today. You survived the storm.
Let's recap everything you learned.
First, the fine rule. How are you is not a real question in Britain. Always say, fine, thanks.
Even if you are not fine.
Second, the all right rule. All right is also not a real question. It is a greeting.
The answer to all right is all right.
And remember the variations. You all right? All right, mate?
All mean, hello, I am friendly, nothing more.
Third, when it rains, and it will rain, you now have many ways to say so.
Chucking it down, tipping it down, raining cats and dogs.
Pick one. Use it. Sound like a local.
Fourth, sarcasm is your friend. When it is very wet, say, bit wet, isn't it?
Or lovely weather. This is the British way. We make big problems sound small. You learnt some important things to speak like a local this episode.
Keep listening to more episodes. The more you listen, the more you learn and get more of what you want.
Like and subscribe to the channel.
Write a comment below or share this with a friend.
See you next time on Learn Everyday English with Humour. Goodbye.
Dears,